Greetings, everyone. Please give me a moment to make sure the live stream is all set up. It appears to be going. Twitter appears to be going. Twitch appears to be going. Rumble appears to be going. Everything appears to be going. Let me double check my other computer. Looks like everything is going good, so let's go and get started. I don't have a whole lot of replays, but I hope there's enough for the day. Probably is. Greetings, everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the blue Italians, who have Zweisenstein 83. Spawn on the bottom left side as the red Ethiopians, we have Vindian. No deck selected there, and no deck selected there just yet. On the map, we do have the Jesuits, some Conquistadors, and American as well. On this side of the map, it is actually something different. We got Sufi Moss, which does give you access to Quizbalash, looks like a hybrid cavalry unit. Market going on up for the Italians. And on this map, there's actually a number of herdable livestock you can claim. Some water buffalo. Water buffalo could give you quite a bit of food. Also could be very useful to the Ethiopian to seize them as quickly as he can. Because I'm pretty sure if he collects them up, he can use them on the livestock market. Yep. So this is actually pretty good for the Ethiopians, as well as potentially Hasua. Native civilizations can also make good use of them as well, since their farms also can act as a fattening livestock pen. Then they can get them a bit more easily fattened up to be eaten. House going on up, and now I do have 2 Lombards as well. Of course, he is using architects for that, or a architect, which will take a significant amount of time, to say the least. Hunting doggos being researched immediately, as well as the saga, these weird deer things. They have a weird face. Are they a deer or a ram? Goat? What is their... Are they a deer, goat, ram variation? I have no idea. Pietro Paulo Polo. That sounds like actually a custom name. Can't say the top of my head. Well, we do have Ali Milnot. Melenot. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Which probably is randomly generated there. We got some orangutans now being gunned down. Not a Harambe, but... And Red will steal this treasure of 100 experience. That's actually quite nice. That gave him a third of a shipment. And we do have a deck selected here, S3, which does include the Trinity Shiftas, villagers, and outlaw hit points increased, and outlaws cost less population room. He's aiming for some sort of mercenary deck or outlaw deck. Hobbits, more coin in mountain monasteries, ironmongers, faster coin collection, and Indian spice trade. Trade routes supply more resources, and native settlements now trickle more influence. Interesting. So, I think we have some sort of outlaw deck for the Ethiopians. Wood, coin, influence, Gassienas, Hotel warriors. Liberia Rock Church. Ships one mountain monastery and one abbot. Mines with mountain monasteries last longer. Palisades Castle. Abbins. Falls equal gold. Coin Influence. Oromo Warriors. Sebastopol Mortar. Hyacinth Horsemen. Safari. Ships a number of Hacienda and Shotel Warriors, as well as make the cheapest reduce faster and cheaper. Loyal Warriors. Native Warriors, Mercenaries, and Outlaws cost 15% less, including shipments of them. Not bad, so he does have two things that can affect Outlaws, as well as natives. So got a native Outlaw deck, looks like. Isaro Forms, Sebastopol Mortars, Royal Fortifications, and Berber Allies. He does have actually a shipment available, and he's going for the Portuguese. The non-Portuguese is going for the Governor and Steel Traps, eyeing for the food collection upgrades pretty quickly. Got Capitalism, Advanced Politicians, Yusufesi, how do you pronounce that? Monte de Pita, Musketeers, Infantry Hit Points, Fenar Allies, Infinite Fenar Allies, I should say, Broken Lance Company, Josephine Financiers, Genoese Financier. I cannot pronounce that word. Can't even pronounce the words I should be able to pronounce. Musketeers, Cavalry Combat, Falconets, German Company, which gives you 6 Jaegers and 5 Giant Grenadiers, Black Company, Malaysian Arsenal, Royal Mint, Florentine Financiers, 12 Bergslagiers, skirmishers trained to move fast, sounds like we go after defeating enemies. So they do have an air horn meme, Alpani, Gaz, I pronounce any of the same, Papal Bombards, Papal Company, Bourbon Allies, Robber Barons, only one factory. Mountain Monastery Outpost and a castle's been pulled out here. He's claiming the coin on the front line, the middle. He's able to claim the coin back a little bit later. This is a copper mine, looks like, which is the same collection as a tin mine. Actually, no, tin has less coin in it. Copper and tin, you can make bronze. We got these Desert Warriors now being pulled on out. They are a musketeer variant with a good attack speed but lower damage, and they have range resist and melee resist. Doesn't musketeers usually have melee resist? So we got a bit more of a durable musketeer in traditional combat. Got the experience shipment. He does currently have 3 Lombards on the, actually 4 Lombard field, or 3 actually build. Got barracks not going up by the architects. He has food deposited on in, so he's getting a good trickle of other resources, including some experience. And I was going for some Fenar allies for 8 or 9 Everzone skirmishers, natives. The skirmishers will be useful versus these desert warriors. The Basilica is also providing 1 experience per second, so he's getting a good amount of experience generation. He is at pop cap at the moment, and he's not building any house. Oh, it does just got completed a house there, so never mind. Does get a bit damaged there. And now it does get Everzones here. Everzones, of course, a skirmisher with accent multipliers, but with low base damage. Should be very effective. He does also have some cannoneers here, which are an obelisk variant that deal siege damage, and they are classified as light infantry with a bit of range resist, so the Everzones will not be effective versus them. But in return, they'll be just as effective. 16 range versus 18 range, so the cannoneers seem like generally better, especially with the siege damage. And now he's going for the Broken Lands Company. He does not have any additional villagers being queued up at the moment. Has a number of musketeers on the front line as well, so this Canadians will be effective for Sith. This will give him 3 Papal Lancers, 1 Stratet. I don't know what the Strat is on top of my head, but Papal Lancers, of course, an excellent cavalry, a very heavy cavalry. Right, taking the opportunity to seize the gold in the mountain in the center of the map, or coin, I should say. And there's actually a good number of whales out at sea. So there's up to 6 whales. Does take out the Emir there. We do now have a handful of Desert Ridders, which they do siege attack, and not any bonus multipliers, so they are siege variant Hussar, without having good siege attack themselves. They're going to start to take a bit of damage there. They actually do have a good rate of fire with their siege attack. They actually do have a 1.5 attack speed compared to the Musketeers 3. So they're lower damage offset by the higher attack speed for the siege attack. He's not going for more shipments. He may want to go for the... Yep, he's going for the Monte La Pista, which will put 600 coin into the Lombards. He does have all resources being deposited on in, so he's getting great conversions. If you set up a macro, you can perhaps get even greater conversions. We do have some Desert Archers now in the field. Evazone starting to fire away. He does have an age up available, but he does have quite a sizable force on his front steps. The Evazone's going to be very useful. Musketeers are protecting the Evazones, a very good combination. And now here's the Papal Lancers. They have 700 health, and they do also a little bit bonus damage versus the infantry. Not a whole lot, but 50% is quite nice, so they will be very effective versus this entire composition. They're heavy enough to push through his opponent's Desert Warriors, who do still have a good damage multiplier, but Papal Lancers have a lot of health to work with. No melee resist, only range resist. And now we do have the Adventurer. Another shrim's available. He could try Falconets. Falconets would be the best item in my opinion. Oh, he's going to go for the fast age up. The Adventurer is ready to explore. Musketeers being pulled on now. And his opponent's going for Jesuits. On the side of the map, there's also access to Jesuits, so he may be eyeing for some sort of combo there. Jesuits do give him building hit points, not important. Gunpowder damage, that could be very important. And Christian schools, fast build time, not important. Now got a shipment of Genoese, not Genoese crossbows, that's the wrong game. Pacifiers. Which are, of course, a crossbow variant. It is cheap. Large shield providing high hit points, so it's has more hit points. They are classified as light infantry, good versus heavy infantry. Yep, basically a crossbow variant with extra health. And now we do have some fishing boats out on the field by the Italians. Gem available for the Ethiopians, and maybe a good idea to go for a Sevastopol mortar. Maybe for Safari, give you 10 mil. He doesn't have. By the time he ages up, he may have enough influence. This will give him a good number of units, as well as cheaper upgrades for those said units, which could be useful. And he probably wants to go for, if he's planning to be aggressive, he needs those upgraders sooner rather than later. So if he wants to be aggressive, this is probably the one to go for. And so far he's not deployed out any outlaws. Pacifiers now push away forward. Veteran Pacifiers, Everzones, and Musketeers. Veteran Musketeers. Castle firing away. He does have, of course, an outpost here as well, which does also have basic attacks. Sorry, I heard my phone go off. spam call. I do not care about getting a new phone company. Howdy. Age of Empires 3 today. I will take a look at it tomorrow. Can you send a Twitch private message? Just to remind me, just in case I forget to grab it before ending the stream. Just as a backup plan. And another shipment's available. He has gotten the Sevastopol there. Thank you. Because knowing me, I will forget. I am definitely not the best. After all, I don't play Company Wars 1, so my win rate is 0 out of 0 games. Clearly not the best, because it's not 100%. Yep. Will do. You're welcome. Let's see now. Looks like the Ethiopian player is now going for the Sinar Horsemen. If I remember correctly as well, Sinar Horsemen are pretty heavy like Papal Lancers. I think they have like 1,000 health each. Let's see, 5 Sinar Horsemen. Doesn't say any population there, so there may be a native variant. Maybe getting mixed up with a different horseman. We are seeing some armored Pistoliers being plucked field, a mercenary unit for the Italians. Got a big engagement there. Cavalry's now pushing way forward, trying to overrun the Falconets. Papal Lancers pushing way forward. Those find some Desert Warriors there. Falconets do get overran by the Desert Raiders. Very, very good. One of the Desert Raiders is being healed up. I'm not sure what's healing them up at the moment. Papal Lancers now advancing the flank, hitting the archers and Albus guns the back. Pacifiers are still over here. Sinar Horsemen engaging. They are 1,000 health one. They are mercenary. And they are 4 population. Blue got a pretty good collapse in around the Ethiopian army. And now the Italian player can age up, and he has pretty good engagement here, but the Sinar Horsemen still alive. Looks like more musketeers now pulled on out by the watchtower. That may have been a shipment. I am not sure where that came from. Now let's push this way forward. Blue's having trouble with all the Sinar Horsemen, which are all of them are still alive. If you get some Aben over here, the Abens are the monk units that can also heal and collect coin from mountain monsters. So bringing one over here to get the Sinar Horsemen healed up may be worth it. You usually don't take time to heal up your units, but in this case, a high quality mercenaries like this, you really don't want them to die. They have 1,000 health. Good Hussar melee attack, so it's normal there, but 1,000 health Hussars are pretty tanky. And here comes the Avens here. Is he actually going to heal them up? Yes, he has them in formation, so he is going to heal them up. Got some Oromo warriors. I remember the Oromo warriors in Age of Empires 2 were really poor accuracy. Hopefully these guys are a bit better. They have a musket charge attack as well as a melee attack with a good rate of fire, so they are a very, very powerful Hussar variant. Not only having more damage than a regular Hussar, faster attack speed, and a charge attack. So they're a very good hybrid Hussar, I guess. They don't have melee resist, they do have range resist, which their primary method is melee attack, which is important. Ry's doing a good job of cleaning up all the food there. Lombards right now are currently providing nothing. He's going for a delivery of 3 priests. That must have been a church research, because I don't see that as a card over here, and that seems like nobody will go for that as a card. But he's taking time to heal up these units, which the Papal Lancers, like the Sinar Horsemen, are very heavy. It's probably a good idea to get a medic for them. He does have some of these armored Pistoliers. They are a musketeer variant with a very good range attack, and they also have the damage absorption capability. They are a 4 population musketeer with a bit of AoE attack with them. Their range or melee resist is also 60 as well. So they can withstand those Sinar Horsemen very, very easily. We got some Black Riders here. Black Riders are a Dragoon variant. They do have good damage multipliers as Dragoons, but they also don't have any penalties barring Villagers. Good damage. It looks like that. They're classed as mercenaries, right? Yeah, mercenaries, armored pistoliers. Mercenaries, so maybe spies and whatever variant the Ethiopians pull out may be useful to engage mercenaries. Papal Lancers are not a mercenary unit, however, they're just an elite unit and a very heavy unit. When these units start to go down, Castle and Outpost would like to go down there. He has saved most of his army. Some of the Papal Lancers are severely wounded, but he will keep them alive. Ethiopia is going for more cows, as well as some spies. He is going for some spies to engage the mercenaries. Very, very good. He's trying to pull out a counter. Let's see. How heavy are spies? They have 200 health, which is not bad. They do times 20% or times 20 damage versus mercenary. So they have a 2,000 damage bonus against mercenary. Their base attack is 5, so 2. Let's see. 20 times 5 is 40. No. 100. So 100 damage versus mercenaries is good, but they will have, as well as 200 damage versus the hero. But remember, the armored pistoliers do also have great melee resist, so they should be able to stand quite a bit there. He is bringing influence on these trade posts. Yes, be careful of spies. He may want to try. Can you up? I know very little about how spies work in this game and how they can get them properly upgraded. The assassin upgrade, is that only through a card, or can you get that through a saloon? What is even the saloon for the Ethiopians? Mountain Monster is under siege. He's claimed up quite a bit of coin there. Both players now in Industrial Age. The Italians now bring in the advanced, the advanced arsenal. Ships one arsenal, make arsenal technologies 50% cheaper, enables the advanced improvements. Very good Age 3 card. People tend not to go for this card in Age 2, so having a more powerful version in Age 3 is always quite nice. Plus, you get the arsenal itself for free. Very good card. More armored pistoliers. Got the arsenal wagon there. And now we've got some big mortars. Spies are camouflage. And now I'm thinking, I have always baked TF2 references. That spy ain't one of ours. Sorry. I'm trying to think which quote to save in Team Fortress 2. Gentlemen. Oh great, now I only can think of the surprise meme, which is an old meme for Team Fortress 2. Champion Sebastopol mortars now being pushed field. Balistica, of course, not very resilient to a big mortar. Got a plantation and or estate and a mill being put on field. Architects, of course, build these for free. He does have some town center here as well. He does have some fisher boats on the whales. Maybe could either focus more on the whales rather than the estates. Lombards now receiving some fire. This final wood deposit is being cleaned on up. Not cleaned, but expended. Right now, the Italians do have quite a good population there on the field, getting our arsenal research, trying to go for the additional upgrades. More spies being pulled on out. Those are Papal Lancers. They're not mercenaries. He's making a big mistake by hitting them. That's a big mistake of hitting them. Papal Lancers do not receive bonus damage from the spies. They need to hit these Black Riders, as well as these giant grenadiers. I think those are mercenaries. Now they're starting to engage, getting some good damage here. Papal Lancer's engaging. So it's good. Red has a good number of backlines. Spies are cleaving through the mercenaries. Black Riders all gone down. Armored Pistoliers getting stabbed to death. Now got another group of Papal Guard on field. They are of course also not mercenary. Just another elite unit. And the big Papal Bombards, of course, not mercenary either. Holy Artillery, but the problem is they don't create holes. They tend just to obliterate their target. So not so Holy Artillery. Trying to overrun the artillery now with his elite Javelin Riders. They're in melee mode. Their hand attack does 2 points of force artillery. One Papal Bombard does go down. The Papal Guard are fighting. They are, of course, an advanced spear unit. Talbot shipment has arrived. Steam coach is being researched by Red. He has both trade posts in the field. And now he's getting forced on back. And I hear some tooting of the horns. So he has gotten out the guard, but how we pronounce that? They're also not a mercenary unit. Choo choo. And now I'm only thinking, since I also did a full playthrough on the channel of Gears of War's tactics, now I can only think of all the times I mentioned the Cole's quote, the coal train runs a whole grain. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked a little bit too much. We have the Abbins here, ready to heal up these units. He's lost all those mercenaries. He is getting out some of these Neftania, which are a skirmisher variant. Good damage, good range, good multipliers. Though they don't appear to be have any veteran research. They may want to get that fixed. It's going for his own counter infantry rifling. And Somali coinage now being pulled out. Another Ballista now being pulled on out as well. We got champion Berber Camel Riders now being plotted on the field. As well as do have cow loans. I guess he's getting some cows. His opponent right now is eyeing for some honor Quizbalash, the natives over here. He is nowhere near max of pop. Both players lost their army, so they're both taking down and reinforced. They're thinking their opponent is rapidly building up the army, which is correct. Robber Barons, more Papal Bombards. You can use the Robber Barons to get out Papal Bombards, right? I would definitely go for that. I'm a little bit biased towards the heavy cannon. And I will always make that clear, because I love heavy cannon. Quizbalash, Honor Quizbalash. Let's see, their hand attack is a Lancer variant, while they do have a range attack that does no multiplier, so it's not a Dragoon variant. They are classified as heavy range cavalry, not light cavalry. So they are a weaker lance. No, the Lancer's base damage is a little bit lower, so they're a Lancer with a range attack. It may be best to keep them in melee mode. Though they do have a good range rate of fire. Now we got 4 Papal Bombards push forward, but honestly not enough escort. These Papal Guards, they do have the damage absorption ability. But, well, they are anti-cavalry, when this one is one of a good number of cavalry. $51. Oh, the cannons are probably a little bit too far forward. Gets a good shot there, but they're still very exposed. Camels are now pushing way forward, trying to hit the Bombards. Nafaya is trying to hit the Papal Guard. We've got the Emir here. One Papal Bombard does go down. Reinforcements ready for. We've got the tootings of the horns. And all the Papal Bombards have gone down. Their military forces are a similar size. Blue's trying to fall back, start to step away with his skirmishers. He's good damage on the retreat because Berber Camel Riders, Desert Riders getting hit as well. Now he's switched for the skirmishers. I think Lose the Papal Bombards is not something that can easily be replaced, so I think Talon's overall lost that engagement. He's now going for the Safari, the Ethiopian player, and going for his own Falconets, or field guns, I should say. And now just got more guard skirmishers, which will be exploded by those Falconets. So Falconets are a good transition. He's trying to get out mortar now. Got some armored pistoliers to go along with this force. Just having a couple units for damage absorption could be very useful. They are musketeer variants, so they can mix in the formation quite well, and they will draw fire first. And his opponent has run out of spies to stab him back. One more for the Kuzbalash. He has making use of the Lombards now for wood and coin. Royal allies give him 25 Royal Musketeers. Also makes him veteran, but not champion. And the factory is producing coin. Christian schools now researched. We do have some Shotel Warriors, which are a shock infantry unit. Evan's healing up this force still, looks like. Yeah, a couple guys are wounded. It's taking a long time to heal up his own armored pistoliers. Got a good number of Falconets here, 5 Falconets. His opponent has no Culverins, no Falconets, no Papal Bombards. He is going for the guard mortars, the Galalian mortars. He is going for more Kuzbalash, has a good number of Royal Musketeers now in the field. They are, of course, a native unit, so they take no population space. So he does have an inflated army at the moment of 82 units versus his opponent's 85. Ethiopia plays at max up population. Since he has max up population, he should just attack. His opponent's not attacking him. His Royal Musketeer is, of course, a Musketeer variant. Holy crap, that is a large amount of charge attack damage. Pushing for the Falcon, that's what we could have done. The Lombard goes down. Somali Burba Seaport, I'm not sure what that is. Now going for the Loyal Warriors, making his native warriors, mercenaries, and outlaws cheaper, including shipments of them. Which, actually, that would probably affect the Sinar Horsemen as well, if he had that available anymore. You now have Springald, a Culverin variant. They do have 80 range resist and good amount of health. Not familiar with this variation. With the attack, that's all the stats there. Falconets getting focused down by those Culverin variants. 80 range resist is quite significant. But the Shotel Warriors are cleaning their way through. The Royal Musketeers will do bonus damage with the Shotel Warriors in melee. However, only a small damage multiplier. And the Shotel Warriors are champion. They do bonus damage as light infantry, so once they hit the skirmishers, they would do bonus damage versus them. Culverin's getting overran, the Falconets are destroyed, so they've done their job, and now they can die. And right now, there's a large amount of forces pushing forward. Ethiopian players going for more Shotel Warriors, which will rapidly reinforce the front lines. Opponent eyeing for more Musketeers, more Honored Kuzbalash, and eyeing for some Royal Horsemen, which are a mercenary variation 400. They may have 1,000 health each, like the Sinar Horsemen, I'm guessing. More tooting of the horns. Shotel Warriors now gets the skirmishers, as mentioned beforehand. They do bonus damage versus them. A small amount, but it's a noticeable amount. Advent's now pushing way forward as well. They don't have a siege attack, but they can heal up guys. Champions from modded Dryados now pull it on out as well. They are classified as a native warrior. Shoto Wars engaging these skirmishers. Skirmishers do less damage for them, since they do less damage versus shock. Actually, this, yeah, or just their hand attack, their range, yeah, it does do less damage there. Royal Horsemen right now do have 1,000 health, so they're weaker than the Sun Horsemen. They are mercenary, but do have a good AoE hand attack, so they're a really heavy Kusira variant. Shoto War is now trying to engage the Kuzbalash Royal Horsemen, gain some damage on the Shoto Warriors, but simply getting overwhelmed by numbers. Does have an outpost here. Still haven't coin deployed it out, and the Italian player does surrender his Angrade, saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Please don't do that. Did I do this one yesterday? Yes, I did. Oops, sorry about that. I forgot to delete this one. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on bottom right side as our red Ethiopians, we have Kinda Cat. Spawn on top left side as the blue Mexicans, we have Stop Fucking Corner Camping. He must be wait, there's no corners on this map. There's no corners in Age of Empires 3. Wrong game, buddy. Either way, when it comes to natives on this map, we do have the Yoruba, which does give access to the Yoruba Oro Legionary and the Yoruba Esso Rider, as well as the Sudanese, which give you access to the Sudanese Dervish, and with a bit of extra, a very dirt cheap cost, you will have access to some Askari and Sentinel Horsemen mercenaries. Attention. There are some wildlife here, some yaks. Capturing these yaks will be very useful for the Ethiopian player, which because it would allow him to get some additional... Oh, he also has some goats here. Where do you get the goats? Are there a mix of goats and yaks on this map? Oh, got yaks here and there. Finding these yaks will be very useful for the livestock trade for the Ethiopian player. Let's select a deck. Map Control with 2 L's, which does give him access to Trinity Bush Burning. Bernies now also improve nearby wood gathering. Nearby animals and berries gather faster too, so it makes better collection rate for wood, which also is one of the harder resources to collect up. So this is not a half bad card. Wood, Prize Bowl ×2, Gassiena's Shoto Warriors, Gassiena damage, Gassiena hit points, Liberia Rock Church, Felicity's Castle, Desert Archers, Influence, Cattle Livestock Market, Townsend Builder, Oromo Warriors, 2 Infinite, 4 Not Infinite, 9 Shoto Warriors, 8 Shoto Warriors, and Infantry Combat, Sebastopol Mortar, Oromo Warriors, 2 Sebastopol Mortars, Choi Elites, which will affect the Gassienas, and the Ignotan Spirituality, giving increased hit points and health regen. He's going for the Fox Kala. No age up yet for the Ethiopian player, which he does have a rush. Villagers Hacienda Wagon, Cathedral, Villagers, Wood, Coin, Saltieros, Observers, Advanced Arsenal, Cavalry Combat, Caballeros, Guerrilla Tactics, Falconets, Mexican Mint, Refrigeration, Los Colorados Battalion, Refurbished Firearms, Presteel or Lancers, Heavy Cannons, Factory, and Extra Factory. He's now aged up. His opponent is going for the Habesha. Nailed it. You have an outpost here for the Mexicans. And he has not gone for the bush burning just yet. He went for the Trinity. The Trinity's a pretty good one. The Aben, usually the infinite one is only 2 villages. This is 2 villages, 1 Aben. The Aben's course is another way to collect the coin and influence. And he is going for the bush burning. I wonder how far is the radius of this? I always know that the collection radius is, well, mostly affected all the lives or animals that comes nearby. But I really don't know how large the radius is, because usually it's melee range. The general and the padre now trying to engage this African vagabond who has 90 coin or 50 coin to his name, but no longer. Amount of monsters setting up on the silver mine. If I remember correctly as well, on the edges of the map there are some salt mines, nope, gold mines.
Hello.
And let's see, Mexico, it's called Rush. So there is a strong likelihood there's going to be a revolt. Granary now going on up. Oops, sorry, hit my microphone. Both players have 1 trade post on the field, and the Ethiopian player does have a nice watchtower to defend one. Then the mongoose. Is it mongooses or mongoose? It says mongooses. Is the proper plural term mongoose or mongooses? Because geese are a plural for goose. Shouldn't it be mongoose? Now I have questions. And I don't have answers. Villagers now advancing way forward, revolting into Baja, California. And now you got the filibusters pushing way forward. He does have outposts here. War camp need to deploy out the anti-heavy units. He's one of some desert archers. There are a outlaw unit, 3 population for 150 or 105 unit. He is one out from the watchtower here, but he may not be able to deploy it out in time. The outpost taking quite a bit of damage. Castle firing away as well, so that's a decent amount of defensive units. Outpost or yeah, multiple outposts going up to apply pressure here. There are these desert archers on the field. Desert archers have excellent range, excellent damage. Not super great multipliers when it comes to skirmishers, but good for an archer. Getting some good damage there, holding him off the outlaws. Very, very good. Him nothing on this outpost, bit of an issue. But now we do have 2 outposts here from his opponent. He has to be very careful not to send too many to the slaughter. Master range attack. And now it's going for his own banditos, which are skirmisher variant. Casinas, I think, is a musketeer variant, heavy infantry. And we've got trade posts up here as well. Eyeing for some Total Warriors. Nope, going for more Casinas. And more of the mercenary desert archers. He has repaired the outposts as well. Does get a shipment of Casinas. He does have some insurgents here. Insurgents are, of course, a dirt cheap melee unit. They're classified as heavy infantry, but they are just a guy with a pitchfork or a scythe. Nope, it looks like they appear to be rakes. Casinas push way forward. He has a handful, not a whole lot of Desert Archers on the field. Going for some Shotel Warriors. Shotel Warriors will be useful versus the Banditos. That's probably why he's going for them. The War Camp will go down, stop the... What? That was not being part of there. There's a shipment of them. Going for more Shotel Warriors. He has a backline War Camp here. And does get out a Kingdom Builder. Insurgents, they are basically a pikeman variant. So they will do bonus damage against the Shotel Warriors. Shotel Warriors engaging the Banditos. Gacianas push way forward. Shotel Warriors got okay damage there, nothing too significant. Does take out the Padre there, or the General. It was the General. And now the Padre will go down as well, stopping deployment of the trading post. But he has took quite a bit of damage from that. More villagers right now. His income's not great at the moment. His opponent is much better. Now he's bringing in a shipment of Walker's Game, giving 7 random Wild West outlaws. He has deployed out his factory, which is producing coin at the moment. And he's not pleased that his rush ultimately has failed. He doesn't have a whole lot of filibusters left as well, so he's vulnerable to mass Shotel Warriors. He's going for some Cuartos and some Insurgents. Over here, we got more Desert Archers, more Outlaws. But they do consume quite a bit of population, but he's going for a Prize Bowl. How's the livestock? It's consumed. That'll be a bit of time before he can use a Prize Bowl, unless he wants to use it immediately. He can sell the Prize Bowl for a decent amount, maybe have to be worth at this point in time. Go for a not a perfect trade, but an okay trade. Shotel Wars now push way forward. There's a lot of exposed infrastructure here that has no defenses, so if he's able to torch down something, that can be very useful. This force now advances way forward. Granaries could get hit. There's some more Gacianas there. Those villagers just got exploded. Apparently high explosives are very good versus unarmed civilians. And does get his outlaws here. A couple cowboys, a couple gunslingers, and some owl hoots. Right now his factory is providing food or wood. Oh, apparently the outpost fires arrows rather than gunfire. I'm just not used to that.
Yes?
The general will go down, or... Yep, there it goes. Another war castle's been put out here as well, giving good, red a good defensive base. Or for more Gacianas and some Shotel Warriors. Guessing now some Cuartos, not bullet on out. Giving a more powerful Dragoon shot, which just simply gives him AoE. Ethiopian players to line up more Shotel Warriors. He's fighting against an army of 39 or 40. There's a couple, of course, that are downed heroes. There's an army just 26, which is simply just not enough at the moment. Try and trade these buildings for time. And this trade line is also not upgraded at the moment, so this one we're receiving experience. Another round of Shotel Wars. More Shotel Wars I think is a good idea. This force is vulnerable to Shotel Wars. At least the skirmishers, the Cuartos, and cowboys will be effective versus the Shotel Warriors. He has 20 of them on the field. And he will lose these villagers there. More of these Musketeer variants. He's trying to torch down this castle. He's now pushing towards his opponent's base. And now he's going to force his opponent on defense. Can't lose too much of this infrastructure. There's a large amount of critical infrastructure here. Shoto War's siege attack is not great. The Haciendas is reasonable. Desert Archers have not great at siege attack, especially for its population cost. And it's going straight for the saloon. Decante El Tio Pepe. Ah, Pepe the Frog lives here. Ew, sad Pepe's noises. Getting really close. He's trying to torch it down. Desert Archers, he can't be losing them. He really needs them alive. Does get out. We do now round of Desperados, not pull him out. And now he's not in a great position. Desperados are a Musketeer variant with less multipliers and more attack speed. Now his forces getting a little bit disorganized. If he's able to take out those Cortos. Now he's going straight for the Banditos. Demolition charges being thrown on out. The demolition charges, I can't tell if how much damage they do, but definitely AoE. Militia now being flooded out. And now Red's trying to run away with the remainders of his forces. Shoto War is getting hit significantly. He has lost most of his army. He needs more units in the background. He went for the Tlaxcala there. That does give him access to 2 settlers per hacienda. And I think we may have also given him 1 hacienda. Let's see. Spawns 2 settlers. Each new and existing hacienda will spawn 2 settlers. So now he has enough settlers, which is more than which is the minimum is 1 to build out another saloon. Now he's going for wood as well. He's trying to get another saloon as quickly as he can. And he has upgraded the traders to the camel traders. Bringing chests of coin. Saloon now going on up. It's another canteen. It's another home for Pepe the Frog. The Mexican Pepe the Frog. He has a decent army here. Able to engage with some free shots there. Castle firing away still, but it's almost down. Red is eyeing for another Avon and more Shoto Warriors. Got more forces over here. The Emir does go down.
What's that?
These Desert Archers do have 20 range, which is very significant in comparison to the Banditos 18 and the Alhoots 18. Buckshot, decent AoE attack. Demolition charge. 3 attack as AoE attack as well. They do less damage versus hand shock. But still, that's a lot of AoE. But turns to fire there, trying to go for more Shoto Wars, going for a shipment of Desert Archers. He's still H2, and these Desert Archers... And Desert Archers is a significant amount. I've got a force of 37 there versus army of 46. Running, he has no food at the moment. Okay, he's trying to claim us, claim some more zebra. We've got another castle going on up, using those kingdom builders for that. Does get a good volley there. I'm taking out one of the Desperados. Those archers are falling on back. Desperados push way forward. Takes off another Desperado. Another Desperado does go down. These archers do have only 3 attack speed, which is not actually that great. Loses the castle immediately. Let's push way forward. Shoto War is trying to find a good opportunity to engage. Town Center does have 3 units inside, so its damage output's not great. Mounted Monster is about to be cleaned up as well. There's a militia member there, so even a villager can try killing him off. There's archers find a volley there on some of these banditos. Got an army of 40 here versus an army of 45. We now have a stable being put on the field. He feels stable enough to blow that out. More Cuartos. Dragoon variants. Does get out the Baja Californias here as well. Ship 3 settlers. Subtract and subtract nearby huntable animals. Improve production rates. Looks like it's not finding any wildlife there. Because a bit of wood, there's a plenty of wildlife over here from the collect up. Archer's perspective 4. He does have some health regen on these guys. Trickle economics. Need more resources there. Cows being employed on out, as well as villagers. Filibuster does go down there. He still has a couple of life there. Does lose is a mirror. Shoto Wars up forward. Barto is trying to engage these shock units in melee. They will do Hussar damage to them. Shoto Wars still trying to engage. Banditos push way forward. And the Shoto Warriors now engaging the Banditos, able to close in on them. And knock out the Gacinas now engaged in melee as well. Banditos and other skirmisher units don't do great melee damage, so Musketeer variants do good melee damage in general. And looks like the Blue's not happy with engagement, and since he's lost field control, he is going to pull it back out of the game, looks like. And that is the end of the replay. Looks like the Mexican player, Baja California player, does back of the game. It's Anna Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oh, it's a 3v3. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the south side as the red Spanish, we have Flaming Lunatic. Please stay away from me. Spawn as the yellow Ethiopian, we have VGA Chan. Somebody likes Analog. And spawn as the blue Incans, we have Pixel Buggy. On the north side, I just realized Pixel, and the flag is basically pixels. So on the north side as the green Dutch, we have Reagan's policy, Reaganomics, Dutch, coin, yep, sounds about right. As the magenta Japanese, we have Jerson Benavides, can't come up with a funny name of that. As well as the orange Maltese, we have Baru Toro. I'm probably not going to cover each player's deck. I'll just skim through the decks as people start selecting them, because the chance of me trying to go through everybody's deck is unlikely. Let's see, German immigrants, churches, resources. Got steel bolts. Looks like I got archaic infantry capabilities. So maybe I'm for crossbow. Yeah, looks like I'm for just archaic. Team Pikeman Rush. So this looks like he's going to rush Pikeman. He doesn't have any team cards, so maybe relying on his teammates. This may be a pre-made team. You don't have the Team fencing school and structure, increasing all your team's heroes' hit points and damage, and monk stuff. And team Hidalgos, giving your crossbows and longbowmen and pike, or your teams, faster training speeds. Which, this is a different player from the Maltese player. Keep that in mind. The Ethiopian player is going for Team 1 Camp Builder. You'll build a war camp or watchtower. It probably makes it so the other players can pull out barracks, blockhouse, as well as outposts. And that's the only team. Oh, there's another team card down here. Team Coffee Consumption. Is that the smell of coffee? Your ranged infantry move faster. Japanese. I don't see any. Oh, we got a team card here. All villagers and fishing boats gather faster. It looks like 8% faster. Which is basically team economics, but or economic theory, but for everybody, and a little bit weaker. The other team cards I can spot on top of my head. Nope. The Naturalist. I don't see any. Oh, got a team card here. Team Infantry hit points. And the Maltese, I don't see any team cards. Got a good number of green villagers here. Green's explorers down here. Magenta's explorers are here.
Ready.
Got the churches here, providing good experience income for the Maltese. The Maltese is eyeing for the Logistician. Infinite wood and infinite wood. This looks like the Econ player didn't go over cards in age 1. Is eyeing for a large amount of wood early on. Wood does collect up slower, so you may be eyeing for mass spam of a wood food unit, I'm guessing. Yellow has now put an outpost here next to Blue's war camp. So we do have them working together. He's going for some plume spear, which do cost wood and food. Mostly food, so that wood he's shipping in will last him a very, very long time. Yellow. Let's switch over to yellow. That will be VGA Champ, which I have selected now. And now bring a shipment of... Nope, that's just a global off shipment, not a thing to pull out from the outpost, or the watchtower, I should say. I wonder if Team Southside is slinging Blue some resources. Oh, somebody just got a good health and armor. The armor of Acanthos. Will his enemies be seen in his dreams? We got the Somalis now being pulled out by the Ethiopian as well. Got a good number of Plume Spearmen. Seeing a Spearman variant, they do have good siege attack. 35 siege attack is quite significant. His Townsend is now under threat. Yellow has pinged here, so telling his other teammate that his teammate is attacking. The Spanish player is not currently playing anything at the moment. Ethiopia player is still aging up. The Incan player is going out more Plume Spearmen there. Militiamen now engaging, doing a bit of damage with Plume Spearmen.
Ari.
He has a good number of Plume Spearmen here. Brain is the Dutch here. He's overpopped and needs a house out. He's currently has no wood income at the moment. He looks like he's trying to age up. Green's not in a good position right now, I would say that. He does have a shipment available. You can use the food shipment there to get enough food to age up. Red's explorers now pushes way forward. Magenta's engaging Blues, and he's pushed his war chief here to stop the building of the walls. Plume Spearmen going straight for town center. And the Spanish dogs are now engaging. We got Gordo, Kurzvez, another Gordo, Queso, and Loco. Loco went down, you monster. And both of those Japanese explorers do go down. Green's town center is now being set ablaze. Red's Explorer and with his dogs push way forward. Green just lost his town center. He needs to send all of his villagers onto wood and start building out another town center. He has no way to bring in these shipments. And no way to age up. And now he's at 0 population. He only has the structure left, I believe. Since we are now pushing way forward, we've got these cows here. As well as a number of sheeple. And orange backs of the game. Green's knocked back of the game. And now the Japanese player is last. And it looks like the Japanese player is back of the game now. This is Anna Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. No, that's zoomed in. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Small on top left side as the blue Spanish with MSGT. Small on bottom right side as the red... Actually, I think I did this one. My apologies. Yes, well, I recognize those names and the matchup. Nope. And that replay is not good. So, yep, I'm down to 1 replay left. So this will be my last replay for tonight. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spot on the left side as the blue Spanish, we have Sir Young Marshal. On the right side as the red Incans, we have Shadow Daemon. Of course, the camera issue. There we go. Much better.
Preparado.
I think I did this replay as well. Of course, in the early eco phase, Sudanese now down south. We do up north. We got more Sudanese, so there's some access of mercenaries as well as local forces. And let me double check and make sure I haven't already done this one here as well. Yep, I have done this one as well. My apologies. So, some of these replays I did forget to delete. I may have just re-download them as well. So yep, that means I'm out of replays, so I'm going to have to end the stream now. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good